So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, we will mainly talk about the parotid gland that is present mainly in the parotid region. It is the largest salivary gland. There are major three salivary glands. One is the parotid gland, other is the sublingual gland, and another is the submandibular gland. Parotid gland is the largest of these glands. It weighs 25 grams. Its main location is between sternocleidomastoid and ramus of the mandible. It is below the external acoustic meatus and it overlaps the masseter muscle. You can see in this diagram that mainly this is the parotid gland. It is just below the external acoustic meatus. It is between the ramus of the mandible and the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Then it is also below the zygomatic arch. Also it overlaps the masseter muscle over here. So mainly it is below the external acoustic meatus. It is between the ramus of the mandible and the sternocleidomastoid. It overlaps the masseter muscle. Also it is below the zygomatic arch. Its main nerve supply is a great auricular nerve, that is C2 to C3. Now we will talk about the capsule. So the capsule of the parotid gland, it is made mainly by the investing layer of the deep cervical fascia, and like the parotid gland that was supplied by great auricular nerve, the capsule is also supplied by the great auricular nerve, that is C2, C3. Now the fascia splits between the angle of the mandible and the mastoid process, that is mainly between the angle of the mandible and the mastoid process. The fascia splits into a superficial and a deep process. The superficial process is paretidomesenteric. The paretidomesenteric is thick, it is adherent, and above it is attached to the zygomatic arch. So in this diagram you can see there are two parts of this fascia. One is this superficial lamina, which is also known as the paretidomesenteric lamina, this one, and the other one is this lamina. This is the deep lamina. It is thin, it is attached to the tympanic plate, also to the styloid process, and also it is attached to angle and the posterior bordle of the ramus of the mandible. So mainly it is attached to tympanic plate, the posterior or deep lamina, which is attached to tympanic plate, and also to the ramus of the mandible, and also to the styloid process. So tympanic plate, the styloid process, and somewhere here with the ramus of the mandible. And this is the superficial lamina, and the superficial lamina is superiorly attached to the zygomatic arch above, and it is known as paretidomesenteric lamina. After that, we have another ligament that is also present. That is the stylomandibular ligament. Also about this fascia, we can see that it is splitting between the two places, that is mainly between the angle of the mandible and the mastoid process. Somewhere here is the angle of the mandible and somewhere here is the mastoid process. It is this place that it is splitting in the two layers. Now inferiorly, this the two laminas, they also split to enclose the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now we also have a stylomandibular ligament. Now this ligament that you can clearly see over here, that is superiorly attached to the part of the styloid process, and inferiorly that is attached to the ramus, posterior surface of the ramus and the angle of the mandible. This is known as the stylomandibular ligament. It is mainly between the styloid process, and it separates the gland that is situated somewhere over here to the from the submandibular salivary gland. So parotid gland is over here and submandibular gland is over here. The stylomandibular ligament is going to separate the two glands, and the ligament, this main ligament, is pierced by external carotid artery. Also here you can see the external carotid artery, which is piercing this stylomandibular ligament over here, because it is mainly attached over here to the styloid process and over here to the mandible. So this comes the stylomandibular ligament, which is also pierced by this external carotid artery. So each and everything. So the capsule, how it is made, how it is supplied, the fascia that split to make it, the superficial lamina of the fascia, the deep lamina, the stylomandibular ligament, which is a part of the lamina, all of these things have been discussed. The external features are like the main The location and the capsule have been discussed. Now in the next video we are going to discuss the external features and then the relations of the external features.